be like to just be perfect at home? Just perfect all the time. That's what the Cavaliers have, though. That trend, though, continued last night. Game 4 at Rockets Mortgage Arena here. Top of the third quarter. Cavaliers down by 4. I like the hero music here. It's true. Spida, the alter ego, showed up.
Spider-Man. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Next possession.
I see.
I mean, Mitchell was just attacking here.
Strong.
And then some good ball movement here by the Cavaliers.
Swing, you better get out there.
Back to Mitchell.
I'm going to shoot that too.
Gets that one to go, and then a minute later, Mitchell says to Tobias Harris, let me have this dance. Knocks down the 3. Cavs up 3 now.
Home away from home, right?
Under 6 minutes left in the third. Mitchell gets in the paint.
This was school.
This is all erratic behavior.
23-0 run, was it?
You know what I'm saying?
Was it erratic or was it acrobatic?
You want the right hand or you want the left hand?
A little bit of both here.
You want a floater or you want a jumper?
You want a heater? Because that's what Mitchell was on here. To the fourth quarter we go, making Cunningham dance.
Hey, I'm going this way.
Then he drills the 3.
Man.
Donovan Mitchell scores 39 points in the second half. It's tied for the most in a half in NBA postseason history.
You need that free throw, Don.
By the way, when I'm like walking around or just like doing dishes or something, can I have a hey? That's how I want to move through life. We mentioned the tie. He ties Golden State Sleepy Floyd in 1987 against the Lakers. He scored 39 of his career-high 51 points also in the second half. Also at home in Game 4 of the conference semis. How about that? What's the difference been, Danny? Because this is a completely different Cavaliers team.
Yeah, their fans, their support. I mean, they look very comfortable at home. On the road, they got to find a way to take that energy and carry it over with their veteranship, with James, with Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. Donovan, I know, is going to show up pretty much every night. Right. But those other guys are the ones, like, the role players play well at home. And you need some of them to step up on the road. Same with Detroit. You know, they just haven't looked that great on the road either. They've only won 1 game throughout the whole playoffs on the road. So both these teams has kind of been toss-up. But Cleveland looked good last night, and I like James Harden's approach. I like Evan Mobley, how they stepped up, but obviously Donovan Mitchell took them home in that third quarter. They had a 23-0 run, and Detroit went cold also because their defense intensity picked up. Without a doubt.
I think they did a great job with Cade Cunningham, and I'm very happy to see James Harden in Game 3 and 4 go out here and have the slug match with Cade Cunningham. Right. This is what you're here for. I know that Donovan Mitchell is going to do what he's going to do. But the key to their success is James Harden. I keep saying it to everybody. Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, y'all, Sam Merritt, y'all want to all get involved. Make sure that man is cooking. You got to chef it up, James. That's how I got to go. I think he got comfortable, and at the end of the game, he did not turn the ball over. Right. Throughout the game.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
He did not turn the ball over. It wasn't the usual pickups, and it was a questionable call, and he's none of that. There was no live ball turnovers. Everything was aggressive. Everything was forward progress. Love the way he played.
So you're saying that James Harden has to be the catalyst.
If James Harden comes and plays the game.
Since winning the NBA title with the Lakers, that was in 2020, LeBron, he's not made the finals in 6 consecutive years. He's a little older, right? But before this stretch, LeBron had never missed the NBA finals in more than 3 consecutive seasons. So after 23 NBA seasons, the 41-year-old, he's going to be an unrestricted free agent in the offseason for the first time in a long time. But it's not the first time that LeBron's future has been a major question, right? In 2010, after that second-round loss to the Celtics, that's when James made the decision to take his talents to Miami and South Beach. And then after winning 2 titles, 2 MVPs in 4 seasons in Miami, James came home. He returned to Cleveland, and then he made 4 straight NBA finals alongside Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love. My guy Shump was there for a bit, including the franchise's only NBA championship in 2016. And then in 2018, that's when LeBron opted out of his contract. He signed with the Lakers. And at this time, his agent, Rich Paul, he said that 2010, it was about championships. So 2014, it's about delivering on a promise. 2018 is about doing what LeBron wanted to do. So what is it about now, right? He was swept in the second round by the defending champs, and a 41-year-old LeBron James, he leads the Lakers in points, assists in these playoffs. So the question is what comes next? That seems like a great question for our front office insider, Mr. Bobby Marks. So, Bobby, break down the factors here that LeBron is looking at.
Yeah, I think it's basically, Malika, what does LeBron want here? Here's a player that's made close to $600 million in on-court earnings, certainly the championships that he's been able to win. You know, does he want to go to a team that has a chance to win a championship? Does he view the Lakers as a team that can win a championship? I think the other thing was, what do the Lakers want, right? Do they want to start building this roster solely around Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves moving forward? But listen, whatever LeBron wants to do, and we all can agree that he still can play at a high level on the court. If he still wants to play, there will be a long list of teams that would certainly want his services, but not at the price tag of $50 million plus that he was earning this season.
Well, sure, but he said as long as he still loves the process, he wants to keep playing. And from what we see, it seems like he still loves the process. What do you expect these next several months to look like?
I don't expect too much of a pay cut. I know he might not get the whole
that 600 million that we were just talking about doesn't.
Money add up, and money's make things make sense. So I could expect him to do that, but I expect him to have a good time. But I expect him to still be on that diet. What did he say? He cut ice cream?
Yeah, just a little bit.
The ice cream or the cookies?
Yeah,
one of the two.
Cookies.
One of the two. Yeah. He cut that. You know what I'm saying? I expect the weight to stay down. Everything like that. Yeah.
I think the only reason why he's playing is because he loves the like. There's no 40-year-old in the world that wants to continue to play unless they really enjoy the process. So I don't doubt him there. Right now, I think it just looks like him, actually enjoying his offseason some. He's picked up golf. I feel him. He's going to be at the driving range, maybe on his cigars or whatever. He's drinking his wine.
Yeah.
But he's going to look at all the options that's presented on the table.
Right.
I think he ultimately wants to stay in Los Angeles, be with his family, be around his kids, and be a Laker and finish there. But again, he knows what he's worth. He knows, he can take a cut. But he also knows, I don't think championship, of course, he wants to win.
Right.
But I don't think it's the main priority. I think he wants to go out the way he wants to go out.
Well, junior, senior action?
Yes, because it's like him winning a championship as a third or fourth option. I don't know if it holds as much weight or value to him as it does as if he was a number one option.
But when he has looked at whether or not there is some maneuvering to do with contracts in the past, he likes to know the reason, right? Is it to bring back a team around him? Is it to help the Lakers re-sign other players that help them stay competitive, even if it's not necessarily Oklahoma City, right? And the Lakers have a lot of key free agents here. LeBron, yes, but also Austin Reeves. He has that player option that they're looking at, and he is probably going to opt out of that player option, right? Here's Rob Pelinka a little earlier today. Here's what he had to say about Austin Reeves.
He started his journey here as a Laker and has made it very clear to us that he wants his journey to continue as a Laker, and we feel the same way. We want his odyssey to continue to unfold in the purple and gold. As you know, Dave, there's rules and timing to all of that, but I think both sides have made it abundantly clear that we want to work something out where he continues his prolific career here.
All right, so Rob Pelinka wants Austin Reeves to stay in the purple and gold. Bobby, what do you make of the decisions that are ahead here for LA? How would you sort through them?
Well, listen, they've got some big free agents, as you mentioned, with LeBron James, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, who certainly had a really good season. Luke Kennard is another player. Here's a Laker team that potentially could have up to $50 million in cap space, but the cap space comes without James, Hachimura, and Luke Kennard on your roster here, and certainly with DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart. Now, the issue is that this free agent class is not very good. It's a group of restricted free agents, so you're basically going to have to go out and outprice other teams. But the other thing, Malik, is how do you build a roster that looked like Dallas when Luka was on that Mavericks team, where you need a lob threat, a rim protector, an athletic wing. You need some more shooting here. $50 million in this marketplace probably not accomplish all that.
Yeah, it's
both
so
of these
crazy.
Two looked at each other and went.
It's all the good free agents are right up on the board. And it's crazy to ask these guys in the state of California to take a discount.
Without a doubt.
But I like what Rui did. I love what Marcus Smart did. Those guys are really good, pieces to have. But you do need a center. And Austin Reeves, in order to keep those guys together, some of those guys like Austin Reeves and then LeBron James are going to have to take a cut, which, again, is hard to ask for in the state of California. So it's going to be interesting this summer. They're going to have to figure out, who's priority out of those role guys, but they're going to try to keep some of those guys around.
Amon said, bet. That's spoken like someone who lives in California and someone who lives in Atlanta. Bobby, thank you. Enjoy Chicago and the Combine. What do you say? Let's get to a series that is still ongoing here out west. The Spurs, the Wolves.
There you go.
All tied up, 2-2, heading into this pivotal Game 5. We always say Game 5s are pivotal. Pivotal Game 5.
That's a pivot right there for you.
Yeah, it was. Last game, Victor Wembanyama, he was ejected early in the second quarter. He elbowed Naz Reid. Now, the NBA did say that there is not going to be any further discipline for that flagrant foul. Meanwhile, Anthony Edwards, he had 36 points in that game, so that's a huge reason additionally that they won. But now we turn to Game 5. What do you, though? We haven't gotten a chance to hear what you thought of the elbow from Victor Wembanyama.
You're a big man. I think people are forgetting that.
Yeah.
Like, big men ain't nice. They're not nice. Like, you think that I was talked to nice when I didn't pass the ball to Amari Stoudemire the right way? You think somebody was talked to nice if they just start hacking a Kendrick Perkins, if they start hacking a Kurt
Put him
Thomas?
in a full Nelson.
Yeah,
they
will do that to you. I've known that plenty of times where even as a guard, I got to the basket a little too much one game and then somebody put me on my ass in the cameras.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what
happened.
Touch
him up. Big Shaq would say that.
So
touch him up.
I think that we forgot as we watched the series how many times Wemby hit the floor. He hit the floor over and over
That's
and
what
over.
Mitch Johnson was
he
saying.
kept asking for calls. He kept asking and looking around like, why can't anybody see it? After a while, his frustrations took over and he let everybody know, y'all do know I'm the biggest guy out here, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Does everybody remember I'm the alien? I'm the big guy with the long arms. I can hit you from over here. He grabbed his neck while he sat on the bench. Grabbed Harrison Barnes by the neck like he ain't 6'8". Sitting on the bench. So it's like we can't sit here and act like a big man ain't supposed to be big. That's what big men do. After a while, they, boom, hit you on top of your head. I hate that it had to be Naz Reid. I hate that. But it's not something that's foreign in this league. We're not going to sit here and act like this ain't playoff basketball.
Right.
They're allowed to do that. That's where the bad boy Pistons came from. This is what it is.
Well, now you imagine that turning the page to Game 5, that the first ejection from Victor Wembanyama, the response is certainly going to be interesting. So let's dive further into this Game 5, get our popcorn with our friend Michael C. Wright, who joins us now. You've been covering the series. Michael, though, we have some injuries that have popped up on the injury report. De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, both of those guys are listed as questionable. So what is the Spurs' approach? How are they looking at this Game 5, rather?
Well, first off, on De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper, their statuses are going to be updated a little closer to tip-off. But I can tell you, I did see De'Aaron Fox's shoot-around earlier this afternoon, and it looked like he was suffering no ill effects from that ankle injury he suffered in the second half of Game 4. Now, as far as the approach goes, the San Antonio Spurs want to increase their physicality, and they really want to emphasize rebounding after being outscored in second chance scoring by like almost 10 points in Game 4. But Coach Pop, the legend, he's been taking part in some of this team's film sessions, and Devin Vassell said that he didn't want to give up too much about what Coach Pop had to say to them, but he did say that Coach Pop also talked about increasing that physicality and playing off 2 feet.
All right, that's what Aman was talking about, increasing that physicality in this all-important Game 5. Michael C. Wright, thank you very much for that insight. Let's stick with this game. It's time now for Heat Check. It's brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. DG, what you got?
Yeah, we got Wemby, man. He's going to bounce back in a big way. His points, rebounds, plus 40.
That's
I think he's going to, it's pretty safe. You know, he's averaging about 15 rebounds a game. He'll give you 20, 30 points. So, yeah, he's going to be solid. And you got Anthony Edwards, plus 25. He's been on a heater. No more minute restriction for AE. He's given it all he got, you know, to the wall. So, and you got Rudy. Rudy's been a big factor in this series. He's been rebounding. He's been physical. He's been setting that Gortat screen, letting, you know, his guards get to the rim. But he's been active, and I like what he's done. He's taken personal and put a chip on the shoulder about that Defensive Player of the Year finals.